Now it feels real. When we hitch up for that Sean Thackrey Orion deal, of which you guys bought a ton, well played, that wine is amazing. We told you it was the end of an era, right? You know, Sean passed away, his winemaker Dustin Durfee was still making the wines, but the concern was dissolving. And it has dissolved, This is our last swan song with the Sean Thackrey concern, such as it is in its current state. It may turn into something else. They may liquidate the wine a different way. We don't know yet, too soon to tell. But this is it. This is our last wine ever from, as we know, the Sean Thackrey estate. And what a way to go out. So this is the wine, you know, Orion put them on the map on the high end and everything, but what really caught the consumer's attention was when Sean decided to start his Pleiades range. Now, his whole concept of Pleiades, it's like the stars. It's everywhere. It's everything. He didn't go into this with a set game plan other than to make a wine every year that was like his own little constellation that fulfilled him and that got that clearly over-delivered for the money. Because he was making the expensive stuff, right? Sean was making the Orion and all this $100 wine, and $100 expensive. You know, those normal people, $100 expensive. To Napa, $100 like, oh, you're drinking that? Anyway, he made this wine so people would have something to drink with the Thackrey mojo. And we loved it. We sold I think it's safe to say we've sold every iteration of this wine as a company. This is it, number 32. This is the last iteration of Pleiades. And like a lot of these other great wines that do this, you know, Avril has his junior wine. Jean Voyer and Chateauneuf has his junior wine, non-vintage. There's a lot of people doing this non-vintage thing now. And I think Sean is one of the guys that kind of helped create this mojo. Of course, you got the Marietta Old Vine Red, right? So this multi-vintage blending. In the end, if the wine's amazing and sells for a great price, are you going to bitch about vintage? The point is he gets to create something better, or he used to, rest in peace, but winemaker Dustin Durfee gets to create something better when he gets to use all these components. And the components are what makes the wine so smashing and beautiful. You have young wine in here, you have older wine in here, you have, let's talk about what's in here. It was a closely guarded secret forever, right? He wouldn't tell us what's in here. If we ask, you know, Sean would politely say like, F off, you know. But today, I don't have a pie chart, I have a donut chart. I like donuts. Donuts are delicious. And this is a donut chart of what's in the last iteration of Pleiades. Look at that donut. Look at that rainbowy donut, all that deliciousness. You want to know what's in this donut? You want to know the ingredients in this donut? I'm going to tell you. 40% Pinot Noir. What? What else? 21% Petite Sirah. 17% Petit Verdot. 11% Sangiovese. That's a joke. I know how to say Sangiovese, but 10% Cabernet and 2% Grenache. Now, one of the cool things about this iteration is that for the Pinot Noir, since it was the end run, they still had some of the 2019 Andromeda Pinot. His Pinot that he makes from the Devil's Gulch Vineyard in Marin County, his super high-end Pinot. They put all the 2019 Andromeda Pinot in this to the tune of, 500 gallons worth, 8 or 9 barrels, 9 barrels. That's almost 200 cases of like $80 Pinot Noir in this bad boy from 2019, right? So, and the rest of the wines, it's a big mix of vintages. The rest of it's actually 22, 23, and even a little 24 slipping in here. The Sangiovese is a 24 vintage from Sonoma. Oh, don't ask me about how it's made. Don't ask about the oak treatments. This is in barrels. They blend it, they taste it, and they go, yeah. And that's it. That's how it's made. That's how it's made. Yeah. That's how it's. So let's check this out. And the telltale, that Girl Scout cookie, the chocolate, and a little touch of the sweet mint in there. Cherries, wild herbs. The Pinot is expressive in this wine. You get more of a cherry character, a ripe red cherry. And the Andromeda, the Pinot, the older Pinot in here, really kind of softens the wine, creates an easier landing spot for your palate, for all this wonderful fruit to hit your palate. What joy. This is so Pleiades. The pleasure, the ease. I don't think he wants you to think about what you're drinking. I don't think he wanted you to think about what you're drinking. I think he wanted you just to drink a delicious glass of wine, have fun, enjoy, and not worry about it. Because that's what wine is. It's joy. It's conversation. It's greasing. It's and this wine is the epitome of that. We are so glad to get the opportunity to sell you the very last Pleiades I think that we'll ever see, such as it is. Along with that is great joy on our part because we get to offer you an amazing price. This is generally a $25 retail wine. Remember, this is about value. This wine always kicked ass for the money. On our shelf every year, sells every year. But because of where they're going and where they've been, $11.98. Less than half price for the last bottling of Pleiades. So for $12 a bottle, boy, howdy. You know, we had those Sangiovese Valley wines the other week, and those are really great, you know, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay. But this style of wine at this price, I don't know how you can go wrong. Absolutely remarkable. What a treat to be able to sell this to you guys. And buy it all, man. Buy it all quick. Enjoy it. Doff your cap. Have a glass of wine. And thank Sean for all the great, great times. Click, buy, like, and subscribe. Cheers.